Welcome to Spectrum News, coming to you live from Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. My name is Ofonono Joseph. Let's take a look at the top stories. President Tinubu to meet Council of State, please, Thursday. Rep Speaker Abbas swears in new House members, plus. France Prime Minister in final effort to salvage cabinet. Stay tuned for details of these stories and more in just a moment. Good afternoon and welcome to the News at 4. We begin the news this afternoon from the national scene where President Bola Tinubu has summoned a meeting of the Council of State and the Police Council for Thursday, October 9, 2025, to deliberate on the escalating insecurity across parts of the country and other pressing national issues. The strategic sessions to be held at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, underscore the President's renewed commitment to strengthening Nigeria's security architecture and restoring public confidence amid rising security concerns. According to a statement by the Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Affairs Office, Dr. Emanso Umobong, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has formally invited members of both councils to participate either physically or virtually. The Council of State, chaired by the President, is an advisory body comprising former presidents, former heads of state, former Chief Justices of Nigeria, state governors, and the Attorney General of the Federation. It provides counsel on major policy matters, including national security and appointments. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has explained why his administration established the 200 billion naira intervention fund to support micro, small and medium enterprises, SMSEs, and manufacturers. Tinubu, represented by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, stated this in Abuja at the 31st Nigerian Economic Summit, organized by the Nigerian Economic Summit Group. The President said it had become necessary to assist them in boosting competitiveness and addressing structural challenges. He said beyond the gross domestic product GDP growth of 4.23% recorded in September 2025, the economic reforms spearheaded by his administration had started yielding tangible results across sectors. According to him, it has surpassed projections from multilateral agencies and indigenous economic experts. Away from that, the federal government has set up the Mahmoud Yahya Ahmed-led Expanded Negotiation Committee for Tertiary Institutions to enhance discussions with academic and non-academic unions across universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education across the country. Speaking at the inauguration in Abuja, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, said the new committee was established to harmonize all negotiation processes under a unified and coordinated framework that ensures institutional continuity and sector-wide inclusiveness. The minister noted that, unlike in the past when negotiations were held separately with various unions, the expanded committee will engage all stakeholders collectively to achieve a comprehensive and sustainable agreement. According to him, the committee has been provided with a fully equipped secretariat to aid its work, calling on all academic and non-academic unions to cooperate fully and respond promptly to the committee's engagements. We move now to the Red Chambers, where the Senate resumed plenary today after a 10-week recess, with the Senate President Godswill Akpabio presiding over the session. Noticeable presence at the Senate chambers today was the embattled senator representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpotudwagan, who is returning after a 6-month suspension. In a show of international solidarity, some senators arrived at the chamber dressed in Palestinian colors and attire, advocating for a free Palestine. Senator Akpabio delivered a charge in his opening address, urging lawmakers to recommit themselves to accountability, discipline, and purposeful governance. From the Green Chambers, the Speaker of the House of Representatives today swore in 3 members following their victory in the August 16, 2025 by-elections. The 3 new lawmakers are among the 5 elected to fill the vacant seats following the death of 4 members and the choice of Dennis Idahosa as the running mate of Senator Monday Okpebolo in the 2024 Edo governorship. Recall that the Green Chamber lost 4 members due to illness in 2024, including Ekene Adams Kaduna, Isa Dogonyaro Jigawa, and Olaide Akinremi Oyo in 2024, while Oriyomi Onanuga died in 2025. In August, the Independent National Electoral Commission conducted by-elections in the respective states to fill the vacant seats. While the All Progressives Congress won 4 out of the 5 vacant seats, the People's Democratic Party won 1 seat. Back here, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino has approved the immediate release of 50 billion naira to all contractors whose interim payment certificates IPC are ready. During an impromptu project inspection visit to the Ibom Model Farm at Ikoredibon in Surubium local government area, the governor mandated the Commissioner for Works and Fire Service to ensure that all IPCs at the Accountant General's office are paid. He explained that it was imperative to maximize the benefits of the dry season, and as such, the contractors should be mobilized immediately back to site. The governor urged his executive assistant and chief delivery advisor, Anyefiok Johnson, to ensure that the monitoring teams are made to inspect and report compliance by the contractors.
To pay or to clear all pending IPCs. And all contractors must return to work. Yes. I can stop by the site anytime, midnight, anytime. So all contractors that have IPCs must be released this week. Bring it, I'll sign off.
Meanwhile, Governor Moeno yesterday paid an unscheduled visit to the site of the Model Secondary School in Ikorokpanabiaobiom, Surubium local government area, reaffirming his administration's resolve to transforming the state's education sector through the Arise Education Renewal Initiative. Speaking during the events, the governor described the project as a cornerstone of his vision to redefine learning by integrating academic excellence with technical and vocational training. He announced that similar model secondary schools of international standard would be established across the 3 senatorial districts to ensure equitable access to quality education. Highlighting the key features of the model secondary school, Governor Eno said the facility would include skill acquisition centers for trades such as ICT, catering, metalworks, and entrepreneurship, ensuring that students graduate with practical skills alongside academic learning.
So that back, imagine non-work office. I mean, government, model secondary school, international standards, 3 senatorial districts. What is it of Mountain Nidia, Utabaga Nidia, who say, so, and I test Kensurubium. He said, "Me project, me saying in the Navado. I always serve the offense. Building civil by me. I will be here in our contractor Kero. Mangfra. Adirido every day me. Because you told me I them. So that by the grace of God, that it was September next year, they can return students. So, I have no idea. I don't be. I don't be offended.
The governor also announced the allocation of 10 hectares of land for a model school farm to be used for agricultural training and self-sustainability programs for students. He assured that the school would be completed and ready for students' intake by September 2026, while similar flagship projects would take off in Ikorikmene and Eket senatorial districts to ensure even development. Pastor Eno further revealed that the state government is collating data on schools with infrastructure challenges across Akwa Ibom in preparation for a comprehensive renovation program to begin in the coming weeks.
2 major projects at this Rubio Mira. Keredo Model Farm. Keredo this. And so projects at the army. I thank to work if I me. Silong Yamutum. I'm one amu utum. Uka model farmer of Bukans. And one corner mewo silong bag udo. I had a nonsense project, an obium project. I had on through obium project to one nam. You don't want Tara. If I took my project, I mean, because you don't go can me. Business is a more grow. And I'm nowhere rent to fall. And because I don't throw where you don't go on who found with. Projects don't tell them community develop.
Government House correspondent Jay Noah reports that in his remarks, Senator Ifyong Bob commended the governor for citing the magnificent project in Nsurubion, describing it as a clear demonstration of visionary leadership and love for his home community. We move now to Africa, where Madagascar President Andry Rajoelina has appointed Army General Rufin Zafisombo as new Prime Minister. The appointment comes a week after President Rajoelina fired his cabinet following days of protest. The demonstrations, which were prompted by frustration of electricity and water cuts, have entered their 3rd week. The demonstrators, who are mostly students and youthful activists, call for the resignation of President Rajoelina. Meanwhile, Rajoelina accused his opponents of seeking to overthrow his government. On the foreign scene, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is heading to Washington for his 2nd visit this year with the aim of getting trade talks back on track. Reports say negotiations have dragged on over the summer, blowing past an August deadline set by the two leaders. Today's meeting comes as Trump has renewed talks of making Canada a U.S. state, while Carney's main opposition figure has said that anything short of reaching a trade deal on the trip would be considered a failure. Still on the foreign scene, France's outgoing Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu was today due to start a last-ditch effort to rally cross-party support for a cabinet lineup to pull his country out of political deadlock. President Emmanuel Macron tasked Lecornu, 39, with forming a government in early September after Parliament toppled his predecessor over an unpopular austerity budget. Recall that Lecornu unveiled a new cabinet on Sunday evening, but it immediately drew criticism for containing many of the same faces from the previous government, and Lecornu resigned on Monday morning. But in a twist, Lecornu had by Monday evening accepted Macron's request that he spend 2 days trying to salvage his administration. Still to come in the news. 4 Nigerian football administrators get FIFA appointment. Stay tuned for details of these and more in a moment. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. Now we conclude the rest of our news stories. On our business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria has rolled out fresh guidelines for agent banking known as point of sales across the country. The apex also in the guidelines pegged daily POS transactions at 1.2 million naira per agent and 100,000 naira per individual. CBN disclosed this in a circular signed by its Director of the Payment System Management Department, Musa Jimu. The guidelines further mandate all financial institutions to publish the list of all their POS agents on their website and to display it in their branches. CBN noted that the guidelines would take effect from April 1, 2026. Still talking business, the Group Chief Executive of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, Bayo Ojulare, has blamed the recent rise in cooking gas prices on a temporary disruption to loading and distribution during the strike by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSN. Ojulare said this while speaking to State House correspondents after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. According to the NNPC boss, the industrial action halted operations for several days and produced an artificial spike in prices. Reports say the price surge followed the PENGASSN industrial action, which was launched over the dismissal of Nigerian workers at the Dangote refinery and suspended on October 1 after federal government's intervention. We move now to health, where researchers in human immunodeficiency virus have called on the federal government to urgently begin structured preparations for the nationwide rollout of injectable lenacapavir, a long-acting HIV prevention drug expected to become available at affordable rates in low and middle-income countries from 2027. They warned that Nigeria's recognition as an early access country will only be meaningful if it is masked by concrete plans for service readiness, regulatory approval, and equitable delivery across all levels of the health system. The HIV researchers said the international alignment on pricing, supply, and policy had removed any ambiguity for Nigeria's health authorities and should trigger immediate national-level action. They stressed that the combination of World Health Organization's endorsement, U.S. clinical guidance, and guaranteed affordable access presents a rare opportunity for Nigeria to lead on HIV prevention if preparations begins now. Still in health, mental health experts have stated that witnesses and survivors of gruesome killings are at risk of anxiety and depression and therefore require therapy to navigate the complex and traumatic experience. They also noted that persons who reportedly watched videos of shootings and violent happenings could suffer acute trauma, consequently leading to substance abuse. The psychologist urged survivors and witnesses to undergo therapy and receive counseling from mental health experts to help them heal from the trauma caused by the event. To sports news now, where 4 of Nigeria's top football administrators have been appointed to key FIFA standing committees. President of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, Ibrahim Musa Goshu, has joined the FIFA Men's Club Competitions Committee. It is the body responsible for shaping the structure and governance of global club tournaments. Goshu replaced Amaju Pinix as NFF president in October 2022. The others who got appointments include Aisha Falode, who has landed a seat on the FIFA Media and Communications Committee, Abdulhakim Mustafa San, who is now in the Anti-Racism and Anti-Discrimination Committee. Pinnick has also been reappointed as Deputy Chair of the FIFA Men's National Team's Competitions Committee. Still on sports news, British #1 Emma Raducanu had her blood pressure and temperature taken before retiring from her first-round encounter with American Ann Lee at the Wuhan Open. The world #30 called for the trainer after falling a double breakdown in the second set before retiring. Reports from the WTA's website said she had retired because of dizziness. Recall that earlier this week, game activities were suspended on all outdoor courts in Wuhan as temperatures reached 34 degrees Celsius. And now on our entertainment news, Big Brother Naija Season 10 winner Imisi Anyonwale has officially received her grand prize package consisting of 80 million naira in cash and a brand new SUV from Innocent Motors. The prize presentation took place today at Ilupaju, Lagos, where representatives of Innocent Motors handed over the car key to the reality TV star. Recall that Imisi emerged as the winner of BB Naija Season 10 on Sunday, October 5, after securing 42.8% of total votes, defeating fellow finalist Dede, Koyin, Sultana, and others. Her total prize package is valued at 150 million naira, which includes the 80 million naira cash reward, the Innocent SUV, and other benefits from the show's sponsors. Imisi's victory marks a major milestone in her career and places her among the few female winners of the reality show, following Mercy Eke, Fina, and Ilebaye. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on all our social media handles and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 4. My name is Ofonono Joseph. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your day.